Hey, Shalom. All praises to Yahawashi, Yahawashi. Hey, double honor to the apostles and the elders that rule well. Peace and blessings to you brothers out there that's kicking his word in sincerity and truth, man. All right, we are the Hebrew Israelites. We come out here week in and week out. Prophesy the downfall of Babylon the Great, which is America, man. We're to cast down the wicked imagination, the wicked spells of this place, man. And also we're here to declare the scripture's name, man, via the truth, man. You know what I'm saying? This book is only for a group of people, man. And that group of people are who? Israelites, man. Which consists of you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, and our brothers and sisters that scattered abroad, the confusion of faces, man. Right. Because believe it or not, man, you're gonna have people out there that look like so-called white people that are Israelites. That look like so-called Chinese, which are the Moabites, that are Israelites, man. They look like Hamites, that are Israelites, man. So this thing is bigger than skin color. This thing is about the truth, man. The only way that a person, that we know that a person is an Israelite is by that spirit, man. Which it says that in Romans the 8th chapter, man. Right. You know what I'm saying? Matter of fact, can somebody get that for me? I think I know where it's at. Yeah, please, pull that for me.
I got you. What you need? It's the book of Romans, chapter 8, verse 16. The Spirit itself beareth witness with our spirit that we are the children of the Most High.
That's right, man. It's the spirit of a man. What he agrees with, man. There's a certain doctrine, a certain understanding that the Most High, by his son Yahawashi, is going to give to his elect, man.
That's right.
And it talked about that in James the 17th chapter, man. He gave us the secrets, man. And those secrets are only for, again, a group of people, bro. Go ahead, bro.
This is Acts chapter 15. Man, let's go by. You know what? I'm just gonna roll it.
Man.
Acts chapter 15. I'll start at verse 8 and read to verse 11. It says, "And the Most High, which knoweth the hearts, bear them witness, giving them the Holy Spirit, even as he did unto us, and put no difference between us and them, purifying their hearts by faith."
Hey, he purified our hearts by that faith, man. Right. There was a certain group of people which were predestined to turn back to the Heavenly Father, man. And those group of people are only Israelites, man. He bestowed that knowledge, you know what I'm saying, that faith, if you will, to his remnant, man. And that remnant is going to predominantly look like you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, man. And also it's going to look, you're going to have our brothers and sisters out there, Akyam and Akwath out there, that look like what? Other nations, man. Right. But again, they are Israelites, bro. Right. Because we were spread throughout all the countries, man. Why is that? Well, you have to understand prophecy. You have to understand history. In order to understand prophecy that already came about, you have to understand history. Because it actually happened to our people. We broke the law, and the Most High set up prophets to come out and speak against our people, man, and condemn them, tell them, because you're not following the law, you will be put into captivity, man. That's right. You see, that's one of the mysteries of Yahawashi, prophecy. Let's go to Revelations 19 and 10.
Ready?
Come.
This is Revelation chapter 19, verse 10. "And I fell at his feet to worship him, and he said unto me, See thou do it not.
Right.
I am thy fellow servant and of thy brethren that have the testimony of Yahawashi. Worship the Most High, for the testimony of Yahawashi is the spirit of prophecy."
The testimony of Yahawashi is the spirit of prophecy, man. What does that word prophecy mean? It basically breaks down to this: to say before something happens, man. You see? We had a covenant with Yahweh, and if we broke that covenant, there were certain stipulations in that covenant that were to happen to us, man. Okay? Now, to get that a better understanding, let's go to Deuteronomy 28, and let's start at 15. See, these are basics that we had to understand so we could build up to meatier things, man. You know, you have a lot of people out there that claim that they know the scriptures, but they don't know the scriptures. Chiefly these people that are in these churches, man.
That's right.
They don't understand the proper breakdown of these scriptures, man. That's why they're saying that everybody can now be a part of this thing of ours, like the elder apostle of God says, man. Be a part of this covenant. No, that's not the case, man. The reason, I'm sorry, go ahead.
No, you finish up, bro.
No, you go ahead, bro.
This is a little testimony I was going to say real quick. It's crazy because what the brother's going into kind of happened today at work, because like this older lady, you know what I'm saying, and she asked me, I thought she was going to ask me a question about like how to do something at the job, you know, but she asked me, she was like, I have a religious question to ask you. I'm like, okay, what's up? You know, she was like, how come a lot of people say that God is love when a lot of times I see it and it looks like he punishes us more than he loves us? So I pretty much told her, like, well, you gotta think, if you're a bad child, once you get chastised and once you get punished, she was like, yeah. I'm like, well, that's what he did with his people, you know? So what the brother's going into is like, you know, she kept mentioning church and things of that nature. I told her, like, look, man, the Bible's not the Bible isn't a quote unquote religious book, okay? It's not a book about opinions. It's not a book about your own differences. It's a book of facts. It's a book of history. It's a book of laws, statutes, commandments, and prophecy, man.
That's right.
You know, and the prophecies only fit one certain people on the planet, man. And you got to be able to distinguish and see the symbols and the signs of who these people are on the planet Earth, man. You know what I'm saying? That's what I told her. Like, I didn't tell her all that in a nutshell, but you know, I just told her, like, if you see that if you're getting chastised and you're getting punished, understand why the Lord is doing it.
Woo! Dog, hey, brother, get down, dog.
This is Amos, chapter 3, verse 2. You only have I known of all the families of the earth, therefore I will punish you for all your iniquities.
My man, hey, get down, brother.
You know, hey, like the old saying goes, man. You know, when you get into something with your partners, your mom ain't too concerned with them, man. It's about what you do, okay? It's about what you doing, so I'm gonna beat your ass. But then again, us being off this sign, shit, everybody in this situation gonna get their ass whooped. Because everybody always wondered, man, why our people? Look, everybody getting their ass whooped, bro. But man, I didn't look. Was you with them? You getting your ass whooped. And I apologize if you didn't do nothing. Hey, that's how the Lord put the spirit of His people, man.
Hey,
you know what I'm saying?
That's how it works. That's the covenant. You know what I'm saying? That's our covenant, man.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying? Hey, He said, you know what? If you follow my law, statutes, and commandments, I will bless you. But if you don't, I will exile you, man. You will be put into captivity. Your prayers would not be answered.
That's right.
You will be a Gentile unto me, a stranger.
That's right.
Let's get that in Deuteronomy 28 and 15. And we'll get some examples, and then we'll jump down to the ultimate example. We know the ultimate example, right? At 68.
Yeah. This is Deuteronomy 28 and 15.
Right.
But it shall come to pass, if thou wilt not hearken unto the voice of the Lord thy power,
Right.
to observe to do all his commandments and his statutes,
Right.
which I command thee this day, that all these curses shall come upon thee and overtake thee.
That's right. So if we didn't follow the covenant of Yahweh, all these things that are about to be read will come upon us, man.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying? And really, if you, in a nutshell, we're going to summarize it. It just embodies, it just describes us being changed to Gentiles, man. The Most High was not going to deal with us anymore, man. He's going to put us in captivity, man. Fast forward now, look at us. Look where we at. We're at the bottom of the bottom. You know, like the brother went into with his co-worker, man. You know, she's lamenting. She's trying to understand why. Well, the reason is in that Bible, man, not in those churches. The reason is because we broke the Heavenly Father's covenant, and He got on our butt.
And she dang near, bro, like real talk, man. She damn near started crying sitting there because she was like, she's like, I'm to a point in my life right now where I'm old. I'm tired of working. My body's breaking down. She's like, and I don't understand why. I don't understand why the Lord is all love. Woo! But He's doing this to us. And she literally said that. And I busted out a scripture.
That's right.
I didn't, pull my Bible up. I told her, like, well, the Lord did say that He forms the light, He creates darkness, He makes peace, and He creates evil. I, the Lord, do all these things. You know what I'm saying? So she was genuinely concerned, like,
Right.
what's going on? Like, what's going on? Why is this happening?
Why is this happening?
You know what I'm saying?
Hey, because if you go to church and you hear, you know, God love everybody, and you turn on the news and you see nothing but death, you talk to your family member and it's nothing but death, it's nothing but arguing. Hey man, you get together with your family, it's like it's worse than the news, man. Yeah. You don't even want to talk to them, because every time they pick up the phone, it's somebody got on somebody's nerves. So-and-so ain't talking to so-and-so. Somebody did this to somebody. Why? Well, we gonna tell you why.
That's right.
Let's go to Deuteronomy 28, and let's start at 15.
This is Deuteronomy.
This is for you people that's on. I'm sorry for cutting you off, bro. I'm being really rude. But I just want to make a point. This is why this is happening to you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, man. We're not like everybody else. The Most High wants us to live a certain way. Now you could think, man, what is he talking about? That's crazy. Y'all look crazy as heck out here. Y'all got some dresses on, screaming, y'all young. What are y'all talking about? Everything that we have tried that has not worked with for us, sweetheart. We tried church, Islam, okay? All the other philosophies. And the same result has occurred.
That's right.
Madness.
That's right.
If I could, brother.
Man, go ahead and get down. Say what you want to.
If I could, real quick. Hey, man, I got a quick question. How do you feel about this sign here and this sign here? Like just I feel
like we are Moors. I think we're indigenous to America. I think this is what the Africans think of. That's not exactly true. That's what.
So you don't believe that that's exactly true? Okay. Well, we're gonna pull some scriptures out.
Well, I had to interject. I mean, that's hella documented. You can read various sources that this happened.
So you do not think that Moors that are here are indigenous?
First off, the Moors are the Israelites. Right. Moors just simply means black. That's all. We're not a. Hold on, hold on. Let me finish. Let me finish my thought process. Then I'll let you interject. But before that, I'll let you interject. Then we'll get to scriptures as to why I'm thinking the way I'm thinking. Okay? Now, as far as the whole concept as Moor, that just means black.
Right. No, it doesn't mean black.
No, it does mean black.
It does not mean black.
It does mean black.
It does not
yes,
mean
what does it mean?
It doesn't mean black.
What does it mean?
We are the original people. That's it.
What does it mean?
Black is a color.
Can you expound
black
on what?
Is a color.
Okay, I understand what you're saying. You just said it doesn't mean more, right? I mean, it doesn't. I'm sorry, it doesn't mean black, right?
It doesn't.
What does it mean?
It doesn't.
More
goes.
Hold on, wait. What does it mean? What does it mean?
More the original people. Moabite.
So Moors means original people?
People of color. People of color.
There's many people of color. If you go back to the night. Hold on. Let me finish. I'll let you speak. Be fair. You gonna be fair?
I'll be fair.
You sure? Speak and swear. Well, we don't speak and swear. I'm just playing with you. But listen to me now. As far as that concerns that's actually an interesting book. I have one. You got the color line book, brother? It's right here. If you read this, it actually goes into different nationalities. At the beginning, all nations were black. You know what I'm saying? All nations were.
Black.
Hold on, let me finish. You gonna say? You say? I'm agreeing with you.
Okay.
You the one.
Just say melanated then. I feel better when you say melanated.
Tomato, whatever.
Y'all
know because y'all conscious people, that's how y'all get down. But anyway, there's plenty of nationalities that was melanated.
Well, black is not a nationality.
There was plenty of nationalities that was melanated.
Black is not a nationality.
I just let go of that. I'm saying melanated now. You ain't being fair. Okay, so there's plenty of nationalities out there that was melanated. Okay, you had the Canaanites, the Cushites, the Hittites,
right.
the Jebusites. All those were what? Canaanites. But they come from a different nationality. They come from a different nationality than the Hebrews. The Hebrews were people of color. Also, the Japhites were people of color. Which were who? The Etruscans.
That's right.
Which the Greeks came and pushed those people out.
That's right.
Okay? So we're not so to use that word more, secondly more, that whole concept came later on in history.
Right, you can't say
That came what? The end of the empire was 711 AD? Or did it begin at that time?
I believe it began at that time.
It began at 711. Go ahead.
Because more Salaki.
You got
yeah.
No, you got it.
This is Edomo online. North African, Berber, late 14th century. from Old French more, from medieval Latin Morus, Latin mortis, inhabitant.
This is from, I'm sorry, this is from the online etymology
online.
Go ahead.
Okay. Inhabitant of Mauritania, Northwest Africa, a region, a region, it's a region now corresponding to northern Algeria and Morocco, from Greek moros, perhaps a native name, or else cognate with moros, black. Okay. So let's go now.
Where is Africa?
What is what?
So when did the term Africa come into?
Well, there's different scholars that come up. Well, really, you got people that say it came from Leo Africanus.
Yep.
That word is not a prefix, but the end of that word "us" means pertaining to. Right. So it was a general that actually conquered that region.
Africa.
Belonging to the word Africa goes back to literally meaning belonging to Leo Scipios.
You're right.
Yeah, that's what it means. Leo Scipio Africanus. Like America goes back to Amerigo Vespucci. All these different lands were named after men.
Right.
Africa is not in the scriptures.
Which was so-called
Mexico is not.
Which was so-called white man. Which was so-called white man.
Yeah.
Leo Scipio Africanus was a Greek.
That's right. Yeah.
Dealing with the Ptolemaic Empire.
So that's where the term Africa comes from.
Yes.
Yes. It goes back to Leo Scipio
What
Africanus.
time frame is that? So the original people were from where?
The original people are from the Fertile Crescent.
That's right.
The oldest artifacts. Hold on, excuse me. Let me finish my thought. You see, you be impatient, man.
Okay, go ahead.
You impatient. You should run this stuff. But anyway, the oldest people come from the Fertile Crescent, man, which is all the summer and things of that nature.
That's right.
Go ahead, Doc.
This is the book of Galatians. Let me pull it up real quick.
Go ahead. While he's getting that, we're gonna read some more in the etymology about Moor.
Yeah, with moros, black, but this adjective only appears in late Greek and may as well be from the people's name as the reverse. Being a dark people in relation to Europeans, their name in the Middle Ages was a synonym for Negro. Later in the
Which means
16th...
what? Negro means what? Black. Yeah.
Black
Different European concept.
nationality?
Agree with you.
And then secondly speaking, the Moor and all that, it hasn't worked for our people because they were Muslims. They haven't worked for our people. What we're getting into is our law, statute, commandments that we're supposed to be govern ourselves by. And the reason why we're in this condition, is the dilapidated situation, is because why? We're not following the law, statute, and commandments. My brother, did you have something?
Yeah, actually, because she asked the question, where do we all come from? This is Galatians chapter 4, verse 26. But Jerusalem, which is above, is free, which is the mother of us all.
That's right, man.
Which Jerusalem is where? It's in that same spot of the Fertile Crescent.
Yep. Because
Over there in that middle, over there. No, you good, brother. Over there in the Middle East, where the Garden of Eden.
Was it called something else?
No, it wasn't called. It was not called nothing else but the Middle East. It was called Eden.
Yeah.
It was the garden eastward in Eden.
Was Eden.
Sorry?
You don't think Eden was
Eden was the whole planet.
So the whole planet, are we talking one land mass at one time?
Yes.
Talking to one again.
Yes.
We're talking about one region, which was what? The Fertile Crescent.
And I'm giving you a straightforward
No,
answer.
I'm talking to him. I'm just asking.
Oh, you good?
Okay.
So we're all from one place, which was one land mass at one time.
We're all from one
And
place
there's
with
different
different
tribes.
nationalities.
Exactly.
Most time made
Different
nationalities different.
So what happened to make it?
You still want that Deuteronomy?
I still want that in Deuteronomy because we're digressing too much. And I don't want to get away from the main theme.
Okay. So
What we're talking about, man. The reason why, again, we're gonna keep on emphasizing this, man. The reason why we're in this situation is all you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, which is that's bywords that was given to you by your European oppressor.
That's right.
So-called, which they are Edomites.
Right.
The reason why we're in this situation is because we're not following the laws, statutes, and commandments of the Heavenly Father.
That's right.
Again, none of these philosophies that we talked about briefly has worked for our people. Why is that? Because we already have a code and we assimilated to other cultures.
That's right.
Just like now, what's going on? The so-called black man is assimilating to what? Western culture. That's why he's being effeminate, effeminized.
That's right.
That's why the so-called black woman is being put in what position? The head position.
That's true.
Why? Where did that come from? That's an Eastern concept. Let's go to that.
So who's the real creator?
This is, one second. This is Deuteronomy chapter 28,
Got
verse
the Bible
15.
in my hand. Come on, man.
But it shall come to pass, if thou would not hearken unto the voice of the Lord thy God,
Right.
to observe to do all his commandments and his statutes, which I command thee this day, that all these curses shall come upon thee and overtake thee.
That's right. Go ahead.
Now we're going to read some of these curses that are on our people.
That's right. Go ahead.
We're going to see who they fall on. Verse 16. Cursed shalt thou be in the city, and cursed shalt thou be in the field. Cursed shall be thy basket and thy store.
Curse to be a basket in our stores. Hey, you go to the so-called black man's neighborhood. Who has all the stores, man?
Right.
We don't have any stores. Why is that?
That's right.
It's because we're just lazy. We just got to get our stuff together. Is that it? Or because it's strategically being put in place by these other nations, man?
Right.
Go ahead.
I'm going to jump down to verse 22. The Lord shall smite thee with the consumption, and with the fever, and with an inflammation, and with an extreme burning, and with the sword, and with blasting, and with mildew, and they shall pursue thee until thou perish. Verse 23. And the heaven that is over thy head shall be brass.
That's right.
And
Our
the-
prayers won't be heard, man. And it just went down the line of how we're going to be
You do know
suffering
that's
from
the Old Testament, right?
the Old Testament is still relevant.
But you do know
Let's
that
go
it's
to
the
let's
Old
go to Matthew 5. Let's go to Matthew 5 and cut that. Right? Let's just dismiss that right now. Because there's a huge misconception that when the whole so-called Jesus, that's not his name, came back, he did away with the Old Testament. That is incorrect according to the scriptures. Get it?
Matthew 5 and 17, and this is out of the Lord's mouth, okay? Think not that I am come to destroy the law or the prophets. I am not come to destroy, but to fulfill.
Woo! He has come to destroy, but to fulfill. Go ahead,
For verily I say unto you,
Come on.
till heaven and earth pass, one jot or one tittle shall in no wise pass from the law till all be fulfilled.
That's right. That's right. You have something?
I still got one more verse on this.
Man, if you got something, go ahead. And you going to come town, go
I
ahead.
got you. Verse 19. Wherefore, whosoever therefore shall break one of these least commandments,
Right.
and shall teach men so,
Right.
he shall be called the least in the kingdom of heaven.
That's right. Because what is sin, ma'am? What is sin? What is? I'm asking her. What is sin? What is sin? Do you know?
No.
Are you sure? You positive? Okay. Sin is transgression of the law.
Yeah, definitely.
That's what sin is. Transgression of the law.
That's right.
If the law is done away with, then how can you transgress the law? Somebody go to 1 Corinthians, the 7th chapter. No. I'm misquoting. I apologize. I want to get Romans.
Romans 3:31.
Yeah, get that. Pull that right
This
quick.
is Romans chapter 3, verse 31. Do we then make void the law through faith? God forbid. Yea, we establish the law.
That's right. We established the law. Do we make void the law through faith? What is that faith that we're talking about? We're talking about the faith in who the world called Jesus. So we have faith. Do we make void the law? Of course not. We established the law.
That's right, brother.
Hey, go to Romans 7 and let's start at 7.
This is
If I can say this,
Go ahead, get down.
the term established is what? To be made permanent.
Right.
So this the law never left, man. You know, our people changed. Our people are hard-headed. You can look at the news, you can look at World Star.
That's why our people are in this
Is it that
situation.
they're hard-headed, or they're miseducated, or they
All the
don't
above.
know-
All
they
the
don't
above.
Go to me
They
that
don't know
curse.
how to govern themselves.
That goes in,
All
that
the
goes, I'm sorry, I'm cutting you.
No, what it's all the above.
Yep.
Because we have had leaders in the past, like Malcolm X. You know what I'm saying? He was a very
I get that
intellectual
one.
man, a very spiritual man, but he didn't follow the guidelines of the Holy Scriptures. But most of his sermons was what? He would quote from the Holy Scriptures. He said, "Who the world calls Jesus Christ. If he's coming back for the poor, who is he coming back for? The so-called black man the so-called Latino man, the so-called Native American man. Malcolm X say this. I didn't say this. I was born in '82. He was giving these speeches in the '60s. Malcolm X said that. You can look it up on YouTube. He said who the world ignorantly calls Jesus Christ. If he's coming back, he's coming to save these people on his side. We're the ones without. Look how they do our entertainers and our politicians when they get in trouble. White man get a pat on the hand and a severance pay. Our people get drugged through the mud.
A white man can sue somebody and get not only does he get time off, but he'll get a reality show.
That's right.
And he get paid.
And he get paid.
So,
And
but
yeah, he get a peace prize.
the whole entertainer thing is you have people who make millions of dollars. You have your LeBron, you have all these
exactly.
people who, if they pull themselves out of that particular system
But yeah, but
and pool their own money and
yeah,
get
but-
things, make their own league, and
but it
start
never-
their own thing,
but it never.
The
because
thing
you're
about
in somebody else.
the thing about that, what you're saying is it sounds very good, but you're thinking on a very superficial level.
Yeah.
You have to understand. No, let me expound my thought press. Can you let me expound?
I am.
Okay, thank you. The reason why I'm saying that is because it takes a lot to rule, man. Now, okay, say for instance, we were to pull our money together. What reserve currency would we have to use in order
I'm
to
sorry.
buy our trade oil?
Fiat. I meant I didn't mean money because it's not money.
Well,
none of us have
fiat
money.
currency.
Yeah, but none of
What,
us have
what
money.
fiat currency would you have to use in order to buy or sell oil?
Well, number one, you probably need gold. You need something that's actually worth something.
Close. You would have to use the
Or
American.
melanin.
Well, you have to use the American dollar because
don't-
that is the world's currency. Yes, that's what the world uses as to buy or sell
Well, I tell you
gold.
what.
It's reserve.
Well, who has
It's
the
reserve
gold?
currency.
Who has the gold?
We ain't got it.
Right. And that paper we walking around is nothing.
Nobody's using gold as a back in order to back their
People
currency.
push to try to move it to gold are gone.
And being on-
Exactly.
Right.
You
Right.
proving my point.
Right. But it wasn't here. But it wasn't the people here.
We still gonna have
we
to
didn't
use
have
this